The quality or fact of being very determined, continuing to exist, persistence, pure tenacity. Presented by Tam Tenacious. Hello, y'all, and welcome back. It's your girl Tamara here, aka Sassy. I'm here with a good friend of mine. I used to call her Crazy B, and you'll see why. But her name is Brittany, and we're here today because she has some very exciting things and things to share with us about what she has going on and where we're going. So, hi, Brittany.
Hi, Tamara, aka Sassy.
Thank you
for having me.
Thank you for coming. I missed you so much, and I'm so happy we have this opportunity to share and also share it with the world because you're doing some major things. So I'm going to start with asking you, where are you from?
Well, I'm from Flatbush, Brooklyn.
Okay. So we actually met in high school. We met in high school, Washington Irving, if you know. We met through a family member of yours over the phone. We never met in person, but we talked on the phone. So when she came to school, she was like, oh, I'm going to come to your lunch period. She was going around the lunch like, are you Tamara? Are you Tamara? That's how crazy she was. Are you Tamara? Oh, I don't know you. Give me $5.
Keep in mind that this was 04, so I'm not like that anymore.
It was always in her. So anyway, we had that amazing experience. You actually almost made me not go to prom because you was crazy. Over buttercrunch cookies.
That's a story for another day.
No, I gotta say this now. It was over buttercrunch cookies because that's serious stuff. But yeah, we can save the rest for another day. So anyway, where have you been since high school?
So since high school, I've actually moved uptown to the Bronx. I've been living there for a little over 10 years now. And yeah, that's pretty much my life after high school.
No, that's not. That's not your life, because now you have something called BrittaNYcares.
Yes,
How did
I do.
BrittaNYcares come about?
BrittaNYcares came about, so two reasons that always stood out to me was when I used to work at Walgreens. I'm very big on customer service no matter where I go, and hospitality. So when I used to work in Walgreens, a guy came in and he asked for where were the batteries. And I remember telling him, like, hey, it's downstairs and this aisle, such and such. And a lot of times you get people that come in there and they're like, okay, clueless. So I was like, you know what? I'll go downstairs and I'll get them for you, or I'll show you where it was. I don't remember, like, definitively. However, I remember getting the batteries for him, and then when I came back upstairs to give it to him, it made me feel really good. Like, I don't know, when you do a good deed for someone, you feel it. And it was just as small as me grabbing batteries for this man, who, if I see to this day, won't know who he is. But that's the beauty of, you know, like, giving back and just going the extra mile to help someone. So I remember that moment, and I could have been like 16, 17, but it just really made me feel good. So cut to, you know, me coming back from out of town on, you know, one of the Manhattan buses. Back on 8th Avenue and like 33rd Street, they have like a lot of homeless people. So I was, you know, coming back into the port, and I'm like, I bet you these people haven't spoken to anyone today. Like, nobody asked, you know, how they're doing. And let's just say that was probably like February of 2018, I want to say. And immediately, like, it just was on my heart to give back to them. So once I did that, once I felt that rather, I knew like it had to go further. So what I did was organize BrittaNYcares, and April 2018 was when I had my first event just to get back in that specific area.
Wow. No, it's okay. I want to know, because you have a whole story. Like,
Yes.
you have a story within yourself. So for you, from you coming from Flatbush, Brooklyn, and then how was your upbringing? What was that relationship like with your family? What was your support system? Who cared for Brittany?
Ooh, that's good, girl. Who cared for Brittany? Well, so when I was 7 years old, from the time I was born up until like 6 or 7, my grandmother took care of us until she passed away. And after that, we went into the foster care system. So from 7 years old till 19, I've been in foster care. So pretty much I took care of me and the foster system, the government.
Okay.
Yeah.
So that's why it felt so good for you to be able to return the favor and do it for someone else.
Yeah, it definitely comes full circle in that aspect of, just giving back. And sometimes, like, people have this hard upbringing, but I truly try not to let that affect who I am. Like, that's my story, but that's not who I am.
Right. You don't let it define you.
Exactly.
Okay. So fast forward, how does your day go? Like when you organize, you get your care packages, what exactly do you put in there? What exactly are you going to give the people? Not only things, but even like when it comes to support or emotional support.
Okay.
How do you go about that?
So typically I have 3 events a year. So because I grew up in the four-star system, I always say New York raised me. So even if I'm from Brooklyn, New York is just bigger than Brooklyn.
Right.
So you have all 5 boroughs. So when I initially started, I wanted to cater to Manhattan because that's where the moment came to me. So I always host 3 events a year. So initially when I started in Manhattan and I hosted 3 events. So the first event would entail me making sandwiches, and that's the beginning of April, May, let's just say, and I make sandwiches. And then the second event, which is normally like around July, August, where I have care packages. So the care packages will consist of deodorant, bars of soap, nail clippers, combs, just like, the basic toiletries, that people would need. So that's the second event. And then the third event, which is normally held around October, November, that would consist of like a food drive and also like some care package items, like the basic toiletry items. So obviously, because it's around the holidays, it's catered towards, giving back food and things like that.
Okay, so we have to let the people know, how do they donate to BrittaNYcares?
So you can donate through BrittaNYcares. I have a website called BrittaNYcares.com, or you can come to my Instagram, which is also BrittaNYcares88, and you can just DM me or send me a message if you would like to donate.
So this been coming out of your pocket?
Yes, it has been coming out of my pocket, but also I have great supporters, friends, and family members. So anytime I post an event, then they say, basically I want to donate and things like that. So I've been very fortunate and blessed to have family members and friends that like stand beside me and say like, hey, we want to support you, we love what you're doing. So if it wasn't for them, honestly, then I don't know how I would really like fund it,
But that's a major thing, because a lot of times we think, oh, I want to do something, but damn, I don't have no money, or I don't have nobody to do it with me, or I don't have anybody to support me. But it's that thing where God tells you, if He put it on your heart and He tells you this is what you need to do, and you're working towards it, He always supply you with the people and the necessary things to keep it going. That's a beautiful thing.
You got to step out on faith. That's it.
That's
so.
Right. So I got a question for you.
Yeah.
Because at one point or another, right, us as ladies, we always be like, damn, like, I could just go to the club and hit the pole real quick and make this money. You feel me? Did you ever have a moment like that?
Not at all.
With that body? Girl,
not at all.
You would have been rocking the dance.
No. People who know
all right,
me.
A bartender.
No.
A bottle girl.
People who know me wouldn't believe this, but I am really shy. So I couldn't see myself doing that.
Okay. So what would you say to young women or young girls or Lay and Trinity? Like, what would you say to them about, like, staying focused and just going after what you want, even if it seems hard? Like, what do you tell them? You don't have to be a baller's baby mama, or you don't have to be a stripper. Right. What do you tell them?
Just cut out the naysayers. Like, if you have a goal, focus on that goal, no matter what it takes to get there. Like, everybody has trials and tribulations. If you fix your eyes on what your mind is set on, then that's it. Like, cut out the noise in the background, the people who don't believe in you, as long as you believe in yourself. And that sounds so cliche, but it's so true, because again, because my organization is funded on, donors and stuff, whatever they give, I'm so grateful. So obviously I'll supply, whatever else is needed, but just believe in yourself. That's it.
Right.
That's the best thing that I can say.
Aww, but when we at that age, we don't want to hear that shit.
Right.
But you gotta tell them. You gotta tell them, right?
Like, they'll be looking back 5-10 years from now,
Like, I could have
okay,
did it different.
I should have listened. But hey, that's life.
Well, thank you so much, Brittany. I'm so happy to have you here. We got all these beautiful people out here. You gonna give them some care packages?
Yes, sure.
No, they don't need it. But but thank you so much for coming out. Thank you. There's something else you want to say?
No.
Okay. Thank you for coming. Thank you for showing love. Thank you for giving a word to the people. You know, because sometimes we just need to hear that. We need a little hope in the world today.
Right.
So thank you for giving us some hope. Thank you for giving us people confidence and toiletries and necessities. We need those things. So that's my girl. Brazy B turned into BrittaNYcares. And that's weird. We can wrap this shit up.